Welcome to the new format for my music reviews. It is March 2017 and I'm about to talk about 5 of the most popular songs in the United States. This is the hit list. I don't wanna live forever. Okay, the fact that my issue with the worst song of this week comes down to nuance kind of shows that pop music really isn't all that bad for me right now. But honestly, part of it really comes down to knowing Zayn's voice from the song Pillow Talk. You see, I know that this freaking crazy soprano is not Zayn Malik's voice. He sounds completely unnatural at it, and honestly, I would feel that way whether Pillow Talk existed or not. And what's worse about this is that when he and Taylor Swift sing together, it seems like Taylor Swift is playing an alto while he's playing a soprano, when there are other points where he's playing at least an alto instead. And honestly, I've heard his voice again, and there are points in this song where he goes all the way down to a tenor, but for the most part, there's really no mid-tone to this song, so it sounds incredibly unbalanced and unsexy. There's no mid-tone in the instrumental either. So, again, I feel like they should have just had an alto and a tenor, not worried about the soprano notes, instead of, forcing the tenor to play a freaking soprano. And if they were going to make anybody play a soprano, it should have been Taylor Swift, because she's more than capable of doing it. Am I out of my head? Am I out of my... To be honest, if Camila Cabello was not on this song, this would be probably kind of in the middle. I mean, this is definitely one of Machine Gun Kelly's weakest performances, and that kind of comes down to the fact that you can tell that he's pretty much only doing this for a paycheck. There's very little passion in his voice, especially compared to a song like Alpha Omega. Listen to that one if you want to listen to Machine Gun Kelly. But honestly, the 4 chords of pop just thrown all over this frickin' song. I mean, I guess that's not fair to say it's thrown over. After all, it's the base of the song. Oh, and the frickin' blatantly abused fastball sample, which has been covered to death, so I'm not really going to talk about it too heavily here. I think my biggest problem with Camila's lines, though, is just the fact that her delivery is so bland. The whispery delivery is it just doesn't work with the theming that they're trying to go for. And it sounds completely unimpassioned, if that's not a real word. But it sounds like there's a lack of passion. It sounds like she's just doing it to get as much money as possible, which is a pattern I notice a lot with Fifth Harmony songs. There's a hopeless waiting for you in the dark. Okay, one thing that kind of irks me about this one is the fact that this is one of those songs with a positive message that doesn't really trust the song itself to deliver that positive message, and instead sort of, in the music video, they bring in clips of other people talking about it, talking about the message, not even talking about the song, just talking about the message behind the song, instead of trusting the song to be able to deliver that message. But that's really a pet peeve at best, and that's really only relegated to the music video. I think my actual problem with the song, the real reason it comes in the middle, is because, the way it delivers the message is just the same as a bunch of other songs that deliver this particular message. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. It's definitely a good message to say that you shouldn't change yourself just because of other people's opinion. Although I would like to note that something that a number of those songs tend to just completely ignore are people who want to change themselves because they want to change themselves because of their own perception of themselves rather than because of what society thinks of them. I think it should come down to what you want out of yourself. But again, the big issue is that it's the same song that we've heard plenty of times. We've heard this song so many times from Christina Aguilera, Katy Perry, and a million other people. Why should we listen to your version?
Last night took a L, but tonight I bounce back. Wake up.
Alright, there's 2 particular things that kind of irk me about this song. The first is, there's some really obnoxious delivery in here. Big Sean song, no surprise. But the beginning of the first verse really comes to mind when thinking about that. The second is that it sounds like it's going to be a more introspective than it really is. Let me explain that. The chorus, the first line of the chorus is a perfect example of that. Last night I took an L, tonight I'm going to bounce back. I feel like if the song's about bouncing back, if the song's about how a winner knows how to recover from a loss, we would hear about you recovering from a loss. I mean, I guess you can say the fact that he is talking about how awesome he is, like every other song. Yeah, that's him recovering from a loss, but that's just it. All he does is say that he took a loss. We don't know anything about the loss. We don't know how he bounced back from it. We don't know how he recovered. Like, honestly, if it means nothing to him, he should be able to say it. He should be able to say, yeah, last night this happened. I don't care. I'm bouncing back from it. Like, seriously. There's other parts of the chorus where it's like, girl's booty bounce back, but you know what? Whatever. There was clearly that element of coming back from even being broke, saying that his check bounced back. Like, come on, give us something like that, man. Again, it's somewhat of a minor thing. It's overall a pretty decent song. It's the normal brag rap stuff, but you know, just because it's somewhat minor doesn't mean I'm gonna ignore it, you know?
You're giving me a million reasons. Give me a million.
Hey, did you guys know that before Lady Gaga got big, she actually made acoustic music all the time? Okay, granted, that was mostly piano, but it just goes to show that she's got more of a experience with traditional music than the electro pop that she became known for. And I think this song, with its more folk and country vibe, really displays that pretty well. But I want to go back to the Alicia Cara song for a second, because there's a reason that one... There's even another reason why that one's in the middle. And I think this song states what's going on there very directly. See, this song puts the power to empower yourself in your hands, whereas Alicia Cara's song is telling you that you are powerful. It's telling you that you are good, whereas with this song, you sing along to this song and you feel it. I know that sounds kind of you know, cheesy to say that, but with that song, this song, once you put yourself into the narrator spot, you feel more empowered. And again, I think the song states it somewhat directly. We've got a million songs that tell you how special you are, that tell you that no matter what society thinks of you, you are beautiful, or there's no scars to your beautiful, stuff like that, blah, 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 blah. There's a million songs like that. But all it takes is one that encourages you to tell that to yourself to really make a difference.